Alright friends, it's T-Man and I'm back again, man, with a new video, friends, and it's on you know who, man, MassiveIron again, Steve Shaw. I have to do this video because he says here he doesn't want to waste time for the new year or whatever. I don't know. How to destroy gains. I don't know. I'm gonna do a reaction video to the gym lifting, recruiting, fitness, gym slave, gear slave himself, fucking Brian or Steve Shaw. So Steve Shaw from MassiveIron says how to completely destroy muscle gains in 2025. Yeah, you know how? By listening to him and doing a lot of concentric exercise will absolutely destroy your gains, and I can prove it, bro, in this video, and I'm going to.
Hey guys, welcome to the MassiveIron channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to show you how to ruin your gains in 2025.
How to ruin your gains.
Before I get into this topic, if you guys need coaching, check out the link down below.
Before I get into this topic, I'm going to prove to you really quick, because I know people are impatient, broski. In my community section, because one of the subscribers on my channel, this guy Luke, he brought this up in one of his videos that I did a reaction to. He talked about where there was a study where the people lost muscles doing concentric exercise. Okay, and I'll prove it to you. So I just posted a piece of it. There's a link there too. I posted the link because I got to post everything, okay? So here's the link at the top. It's from PMC NCBI, okay? This is a section I pulled out from there. So I posted it right here. It says here, briefly, in the same animal model, we have also shown that 10 days of eccentrically based treadmill running downhill running range from a range of 15 to 35 minutes results in muscle growth as significant addition of as serial sarcomeres was identified in some muscles. So eccentric downhill running builds muscles. Wow, we thought that gyms, weights build muscles. Guess what builds muscles? Damage, bro. If your muscles aren't stretched to the point where they damage, then they're not going to build muscles. Get it, broski? So, do you need weights to build muscles? No, you need damage to build muscles. Okay. Now, the group that did the eccentrically, oh, this is the good one right here, bro. Whereas the eccentrically, here I highlighted it, the eccentrically based exercise group downhill, uphill. The concentrically based exercise group running uphill. Here's the proof, bro. This is where it's gonna really hurt these fucking so-called strength lifters on the internet, bro. This is where they're gonna get fucking nuts. So the concentrically based exercise group uphill treadmill running was found to have lost serial sarcomeres. You lost muscles. Whoa, eccentrically. They lost muscles doing eccentric exercise. You understand me now, man? And so this finding of differential sarcomere growth responds to eccentric exercise, which is king for strength gains and hypertrophy, i.e. increase in serial sarcomeres. We got muscle fibers, bro. And concentric, i.e. decrease in serial sarcomeres. Oh, you lost muscles, bro. You lost muscles lifting a heavy weight. Okay. So, why is it? Because it's associated with endurance. Concentric is endurance, eccentric is muscle damage. Yeah. Exercises has also been reported by others. So, reported by others as to theorize the part of that a repeated bout effect that makes muscles less susceptible to eccentric induced stress. So what happens? So we theorize that the part of the repeated bout effect effect that makes muscles less susceptible to eccentric induced stress from a prior exposure. Others have suggested that the delayed onset muscle soreness that is common after the first bout may be a pro-inflammatory response. This is largely attenuated with repeated bouts. So with repeated bouts of eccentric exercise, it attenuates. The muscle growth starts to attenuate. You get less and less muscle growth. Until you never get any muscle growth anymore, you've adapted to the eccentric exercise and bye-bye gains. And if you're doing a lot of concentrically, a lot of people complain they do concentric exercises in the gym, lifting heavy, and they actually got smaller. You did get smaller. You lost muscles, bro. Get it? You actually lost muscle. But you're going to say, but I got a stronger. No. You didn't get a stronger. You got better at lifting in the opposite direction. See what I mean? You got better at lifting a weight in the opposite direction. You never got stronger. If you didn't build more muscles, then you didn't get stronger. Here's the thing about eccentric exercise. You never get tired because you're absorbing energy. The reason why you never age doing eccentric exercise, because it's associated with regeneration, and you absorb energy. But if you do concentric exercise, you lose energy. Get it? So you age like a motherfucker. You age like a motherfucker. Now, let's go back to this, because I really get tired of explaining these things, you know. Let's go back to Steve Shaw.
I would love to.
I'll bring out another report to show you that eccentric exercise is superior to concentric. I'll bring one more out, okay? It's a PubMed one, but let's listen to him.
Work with you. All right, let's dive into things and talk about how to ruin gains in 2025, because we're scrolling along on our phone and
Yes, how to ruin gains by being a lifting slave, by focusing only on concentric lifts in the gym. So you could lose sarcomere numbers in muscle fibers, get smaller, and just get better at lifting and get physically weaker. Okay.
see it over and over again. People just destroying their gains, doing stupid crap. Maybe go to a commercial gym. You're watching all these people.
See, this is what happens when you encounter a lot of factory workers, people that work labor jobs, factory workers. Look at them walking around the street. They're 60 years old or whatever, 70 years old. They're walking around in the street. They're weak. They have no power. They can barely move. They're aged like crazy. Why? Because they did a lot of concentric work in their jobs. They do a lot of concentric work, and they lost muscle. It's associated with myogenic decline. You have a myogenic decline doing a lot of concentric work. You actually lose sarcomere number in muscle fibers, bro. That's crazy, man. You're going to the gym to lose muscles? I thought you were going there to build them. This is really crazy.
Do a bunch of nonsense. So let's have a little bit of laugh and maybe learn something as well. All right, so step number one, let's forget planning. Let's forget planning because we're smarter than that. We don't need a plan. We're like
Yeah. You're really smart, bro.
almost a superhero. We're superhuman a little bit.
Sure.
Let's just head to the gym and continue to perform random exercises that have no focus or goal. And we can back this with some kind of a vaporous concept of eating healthy, in air quotes, that is typically great for maintaining weight, but sucks for building mass. We're just going to kind of eat healthy and go to the gym and do stuff. And hey,
I'm in 2025, my focus now is eccentric exercise, gaining strength, and building mass. That's my goal for 2025. The COVID shit, Really, I went through a lot of stuff, vacationing a lot, and whatever. And now I can actually really focus. Plus, my nerve problem is a lot better, my back problem. So I can focus now finally on actually building myself up again. Yes. This is going to be great for 2025. I don't know what your goal is, but that's my goal, bro. Get it?
There's a bunch of resistance exercises and machines. I'm just going to surround myself with things and not actually plan. That's a good way to crush your gains. All right, number 2.
Yeah, good way to crush your gains is doing concentric exercises in the gym, which everybody's doing. That's why they're not progressing.
Progression. Let's forget progression. That strength stuff, it's going to beat you up. It's going to tear up your body. Yes. You're going to be old and unable to move like me, right? You're going to be absolutely physically destroyed. And plus, we're smarter than that. This is 2025. We are science-based, right? We're evolved. We don't need progression.
I don't know what science-based is. What are you talking about? Science just does tests to find out what something will do. They want to know what concentric will do as opposed to eccentric. We need to know, bro. We know that eccentric damages muscle fibers. What does concentric do? It's endurance training. If it's endurance, it'll burn your fucking muscles out. You'll lose muscle.
Just wait until the weight feels light, in air quotes, before moving up. Or better yet, just convince yourself that you can outtrain the need to get stronger by incorporating nonsense like...
Whoa. See, here's the thing. Concentric exercise, if you're focused on... You think you're getting stronger. Like, I'm getting stronger because I'm doing concentric exercise and I'm building muscle. Well, you're getting better at lifting, definitely, but you are not building muscle. But guess what? Concentric... You're actually building muscle and getting stronger at the same time. So can you get stronger and build muscle with eccentric exercise? Yes. Can you get stronger doing concentric and build muscle? No, you can't. You can't build muscle doing concentric exercises. You can get better at lifting for sure. I'm not doubting that. I definitely will tell all of you, I will tell you, yes, you will get better. Your nervous system will adapt. And you'll get androgen receptors, so there's more hormones able to attach, giving you more maximal force production. All of these things, they culminate to push a heavy weight in the opposite direction against gravity. See what I mean? But guess what? That takes up a lot of energy. I'll explain this. You are losing a lot of energy, which is going to age the fuck out of you. And you're not even building any muscle, bro. Get it? See what I mean? But here's the thing. Eccentric exercise will elicit more strength and it will increase your concentric lifts. And I can prove it because science will tell you that. I'll prove it in this video. Look, I got to prove it now really quick. So here's one thing from PubMed, okay? The effects of eccentric versus concentric resistance training on muscle strength and mass in healthy adults, systematic review and meta-analysis. So this is a short version. The aim of this systematic review was to determine if eccentric exercise is superior to concentric exercise in stimulating gains, listen to the word, in stimulating gains in muscle strength and mass. Strength and mass. Meta-analysis were performed for comparisons between eccentric and concentric training as means to improve muscle strength and mass. In order to determine the importance of different parameters of training, subgroup analysis of intensity, exercise velocity of movement, and mode of contraction were also performed. 20 randomized controlled trial studies met the inclusion criteria. Meta-analysis showed that when eccentric exercise was performed at higher intensities, listen to the word, at higher intensities compared with concentric training. And why can you train eccentric at higher compared intensities? Because eccentric absorbs energy, but concentric loses energy. Get it? It takes a lot more energy. Okay. Now that we cleared that up, eccentric strength. Total strength and eccentric. So intensities compared with concentric training. So yeah, total strength and eccentric strength increased more significantly. Wow. However, compared with concentric training, strength gains after eccentric training appeared more specific in terms of what? Velocity mode of contraction, bro. Eccentric training performed at high intensities was shown to be more effective in promoting what? Increases in muscle mass measured as muscle girth. In addition, eccentric training also showed a trend towards increased muscle cross-sectional area measured with magnetic resonance imaging of computerized tomography. Subgroup analysis suggests that the superiority of eccentric training to increase muscle strength and mass appears to be related to the higher loads developed during eccentric contractions. So, what gives you more strength? You can take on more load. It's kind of obvious. You're going with gravity, so you could take on more load than you would in the concentric form. You understand me? And you don't have to do a full concentric lift, because this is based on eccentric. Eccentric means that you're only going partially up. You're doing the eccentric part. You're not trying to do the concentric part. The concentric part doesn't have to do eccentric either. They only do concentric, they lower it a bit and go back and squeeze the muscle again at the top. See that? Anyways, where were we? So yeah, the muscle mass and appears to be related to higher loads development during whatever contractions. The specialized neural pattern of eccentric actions possibly explains the higher specificity of strength gains after eccentric training. Further research is required to investigate the underlying mechanisms of this specificity of functional significance in terms of transferability of strength gains to more complex human movements. Yeah, we already know that. So, this meta-analysis, I can't remember which one that was. Was it this one? I think it was that one, right? No, this is another one. I think it was that one I just looked at. I gotta go back. I gotta keep this for record purposes. Yeah. All right, so eccentric exercise. So look at the top right here. Eccentric training improved isometric strength significantly more than concentric training. Eccentric training improved concentric strength. Listen to this. This is why it's so superior to concentric, because eccentric training actually improves concentric strength by what? 14%. See what I mean? 14%. The increased eccentric strength significantly more than concentric training increased concentric strength. Wow. How about that? So if you focus on a lot of eccentric loads, heavy duty eccentric training, then guess what? Your concentric lifts are going to go up. But people that just do exclusively concentric will never get that because they never do eccentric training. You understand me? And they're not building any muscle either. They're not building muscle, bro. It's a known fact, okay? They're actually even losing muscle. But whatever, because it's endurance training. Let's go back to Steve Shaw.
It's stronger by incorporating nonsense like more volume, or maybe minimal volume, or maybe that's just...
Yeah, minimal volume. Listen, you don't have to believe anything I tell you. You don't even have to believe the science. Keep failing. Keep going to the gym and fail. Don't try something. Keep trying to eke out a different result, doing the same failure over and over again. Yes, that's really intelligent, high IQ, like, what's his name? Jason Blaha, and this guy here, Shaw Strength, and all these other fitness gurus. Even Alex Newbanks. He was looking for a different outcome. Guess what he did? Took steroids, guy, because got fake it. Every one of these influencers, Jeffrey Schofield faked it. Alpha Destiny faked it. All of them eventually in the end fake it. You want to know why? Because eccentric exercise is superior for muscle strength and gains. But guess what? Concentric is not superior when it comes to strength. And it's not superior, and it is especially not superior when it comes to gains, because you're not building muscle doing squeezing your muscles. Squeezing a muscle doesn't build a muscle, dude, by squeezing it doing concentric exercises. That's just retarded.
Chase the pump using the same weight over and over and over again.
Yes.
All right, step number 3, and this is a really common one. That's
chasing the pump, because that's what concentric does, because it's endurance training. You're getting the pump. You're pumping glycogen into those muscle areas, pretending that you have big muscles.
Forget form. Let's forget exercise form. Just continue to assume
So are concentric lifters fake natties when they're going on a scale and weighing themselves and telling you that they're gaining weight, they're building muscle? Are they fake natties? Yes, they're fake natties. They're trying to convince you that concentric exercise built them muscle. Meanwhile, they're horking down all this artificial carbohydrates, and then they're weighing themselves on the scale, showing you their weight, telling you that they're building muscles. That's a lie. That's a lie. So they're a fake natty. They're creating sarcoplasmic artificial muscles. They're lying to you. They're fake natties. They're fake natties.
You're a Jedi master when it comes to exercise form. You're a black belt on every lift, and you know.
And only a real natty, a person that actually tears muscles down and fucking goes through this period of pain week in and week out, is a real natty. And there's not many of them out there, believe me. There's not many real natties out there. The majority of them are all doing concentric lifts because they like looking pretty in a gym. They want to look pretty, and they want to fake it. Then they fake it because they couldn't make it, because concentric exercise doesn't make it. So they have to fake it. And then all of them want to convince you that they're all, we're natural. We're all natural. We're natural. I'm building natural muscles, natural natty. When they're all fake natties, because steroids don't build muscles, concentric lifts don't build muscles, and carbohydrates don't build muscles. Protein does. But carbohydrates, they don't build muscles. They'll build you fake muscles, make you look fake like you got muscles, but those aren't muscles. And then they want to claim that they're fucking natties. How the fuck could you claim you're a natty, bro, if you're a fake natty yourself?
Everything about exercise form. Just continue to believe that, and you'll be in a good place.
Yeah.
This attitude will get you exactly nowhere fast.
Yeah,
but it's good for your self-confidence.
Yes. Just continue to assume you are a Jedi.
And you know what? It's 2025. No one can tell you you're doing something incorrectly.
Right. Okay.
All right, step number 4 to ruining gains. Let's seek a minimal or weak selection of exercises. Who needs a well-rounded program, right? Let's seek something ridiculous or extreme. Maybe we're going to do only barbell exercises this year. We're going to get into the cult of barbell. We're going to do something a little ridiculous. Maybe only 1 to 2 exercises per major body part. We'll go minimal, right? Because that's got to be the magic path. There's got to be a magic path out there. Maybe something that absolutely shuns convention.
Number 1, bro, exercises do not build muscles. Let me just interject that.
And just travels into the absurd. All right, step number 5, and this is a big one. Let's follow fake science-based advice. Fake science-based advice. I stress fake. That doesn't mean there aren't real science-based influencers out there, but there are a lot of fake science-based influencers. Let's follow the fake science-based posers and toss out every possible classic exercise. Just looking back at 2024, I've seen Every exercise toss out the window, from lunges to bench press to deadlift to barbell rows, you name it, dumbbell curls. We're just going to toss all that happy horse shit out the window. We're going to lockstep behind the new wave, the new fake poser science-based advice. Position yourself as part of the new and improved Cool Club, right? Make sure to choose the training protocol of the day and laugh at any classic exercise that has been efficient and effective for the last 70 years. We don't need that because we're cool and we're evolved and we're science-based. All right, this is a big one. Step number 6, use the Harry Potter school.
I don't use science-based fucking training, bro. I use science to explain what you're getting. There's a difference, dude.
Nutrition. We don't need the scale to move up at all. We can just wave a magic wand, keep the scale. We can obsess.
I love this one. Nutrition. You want to know what's the best nutrition? The nutrition that a carnivore eats. What do carnivore animals eat? Animal products, meat. Okay, what do herbivores eat? They eat plants. Not all herbivores eat the exact same plant. Cows eat grass. I don't know. Pandas eat eucalyptus trees. I don't know. Giraffes, they eat fucking leaves off some kind of tree. So there you go. See what I mean? They can handle those kind of things. We don't. We don't eat plants. Carnivores don't eat plants. And if you do eat plants, then it'll compromise you physically, mentally, physically, everything. It'll compromise you. It's kind of obvious. It'll happen because your experience will tell you it will compromise you. It'll compromise your lifts, whether you're an eccentric lifter or a concentric lifter or whatever the hell you're doing there in the gym. It'll compromise you. It'll compromise your muscle gains, just everything. Your clarity, your focus, your mental abilities, your physical. It'll fuck you. It'll fuck your digestive system. It'll give you inflammatory response. You'll be fucked up. So eat your natural, what is natural to you as a carnivore, meat.
About a specific scale weight, and we can somehow gain 20 pounds of muscle, lose 20 pounds of fat, and that's scale.
I love this one. Gain 20 pounds of muscle, lose 20 pounds of fat. None of these guys that are concentric lifting like Brian Shaw are gaining any muscle, bro. There's some of them, they've even lost muscle, and then they gain more sarcoplasmic. They gain sarcoplasmic and actually lose muscle, which is even more crazy.
Is never going to move. We can maintain, we can gaintain, we can plantain, we can use every possible strategy other than allowing your weight of the scale to move up. Make sure to worship the.
So that's all you care about is watching the weight move up on the scale. That's the problem with a lot of concentric lifters. They come in the gym and they lift, and then they want to weigh themselves on a scale thinking that a weight is building a muscle, or maybe the food they're eating. Well, I don't get it, bro. It's not building any muscles, bro. You're just gaining weight. It's not building muscle. And then they're going to claim that they're a natty. They're going to say, yeah, I built muscle. It's muscle. It's real muscle. And then it ain't real muscle. And then later on, they lose it all. It all goes away because I think it was Brian Shaw, the last one. This other guy was talking. He said 50 pounds. He dropped 50 pounds. 50 pounds? What was it then? It was fake. It was some guy on a channel that I was watching. I can't remember, yesterday or something. And he said, I lost 50 pounds. I go, that's not muscle, bro. Get it? If you gain 50 pounds of muscle, it doesn't just go away so easily. I'm not saying you can't lose some of it if you starve yourself or whatever, but 50 pounds, man, that wasn't muscle. Give me a break.
Scale. Wave that magic wand and hope you gain that 20 pounds and hope you lose that 20 pounds.
I'm going to tell all of you right now, it is astronomically difficult to build muscle because it told you right there at NCBI. It attenuates the doing eccentric exercises, which are associated with the sarcomere number of muscle fibers, fucking muscle fibers, building muscles, whatever. The problem is that it attenuates. So you have to load more weight and more weight, and that's what's going to make you stronger, because you're going to come back. You're going to come back. You're going to be bigger and stronger. You'll be able to take on more loads. The more loads you could take on, the more damage you could elicit to the muscle, the deeper, weaker muscle fibers, and they'll get damaged, and then they have to adapt by how? By coming back and getting bigger and stronger. But guess what? Now that they're bigger and stronger, they're resilient from getting damaged with those loads. So then you gotta load more weight, and that's what's gonna make you stronger at the concentric lifts. And it'll be permanent.
Fat at the same time. We're not going to allow that scale weight to budge. All right, step number 7, make up your own program. Who needs anybody that knows what they're doing, right? We're just going to kind of go into the gym and make up our own crap. We're just going to we have no idea how to program, but we're going to go into the gym and we're just going to trust our instincts. And then we're going to absolutely destroy 2025. Make sure to create some arbitrary
You can go on your own instincts. People don't even listen to their instincts anymore. That's the problem. They don't listen to their instincts. I listen to my instincts. That's how I discovered eccentric training. If I never listened to my instincts way back, like over almost 30 years ago, if I didn't listen to my instincts, then I would have never discovered that it was eccentric training that would cause this damage and you could grow muscles. I would have never discovered it. I would have never known. I would have never known, bro. And that's the reason a lot of people in the gym, they don't know. They don't know. And they don't even study this.
Program that looks good on paper to you, but absolutely has no balance of body parts and no program structure that makes any sense. The important point is that it feels good to you. It warms your heart and it feels good. It makes you just want to go into the gym and do the stuff that feels good. All right, step number 8, and I can't stress this one enough.
I don't know what people want to do in the gym, bro. I don't tell people what to do in the gym. If they want to go there to feel good, that's their own business. Why do you care what people are doing in the gym? Do what is best for you, Brian Shaw. And I suggest everybody do what's best for them.
Very, very important. If you want to ruin your gains in 2025, make sure to follow the clueless influencer that looks good. Now, there's a lot of influencers that...
Look, I just don't want people telling me that they're a natty, that they built muscles doing something that's based on endurance training. And they're going to tell me that they built a muscle. And then they're going to tell me that they're a natty. I don't like when people tell me that, because... And then they complain about steroid people. The steroid people took steroids and they're fake natties and all that. No, they may be a fake when it comes to the concentric lifting, that because their lifts went up. But they too didn't build any muscle either, because they're focused on performing, looking cool in the gym, like the Trent twins. They look bloated, fat. They're fat, eating donuts all day, and taking steroids, and then lifting a heavy weight like a bunch of goofs. Because, and here's the thing, what's the point of doing that? Where's the challenge? Here's the thing, where is the challenge in going to the whole point of going to a gym is to entertain yourself. The challenge of it, it's not, it's the destiny where you, the challenge of it, going there and challenging yourself. You know, here's the thing, there was no more challenge once I built myself. The challenge was kind of over, so I lost the how should I put it? I lost the zest of going to a gym anymore. I mean, at the time, I was busy, man. I went away. I had a life and shit, man. I was doing stuff. I don't have time to go back to gyms anymore. But it's not like I didn't enjoy doing that. And here's the thing. Many years have passed and I stopped lifting. So it's a challenge again to see if I could do it in my old age. It's a challenge, that's all. I think everybody should take on these challenges if they want. It's up to them. But you should know the consequences of your actions, what you're doing. You should know that eccentric exercise is definitely going to aid you. It's going to aid you, bro. It uses up a lot of energy. Eccentric exercise, it absorbs energy, actually. It makes you younger because it's based on regeneration. And concentric exercise is not based on regeneration. It's based on endurance lifting. And endurance wears you out because nobody has lived long doing endurance. It shortens your lifespan. Do you understand me? That's why exercise doesn't have any benefits when it comes to longevity. But I don't consider eccentric training exercise because you can't come into the gym every single day damaging muscle fibers. That's just crazy. That's retarded. It's impossible. You'd get rhabdo and die.
Look good that aren't clueless, and we need to establish that. But there are a lot of influencers that are like 22 years old and look good straight out of the womb with genetics and really are thick and
Yeah, there are some people like that, definitely. They look good. They have good genetics, yes.
the cranium area, right? So make sure to follow the clueless influencer that looks good naturally. Also, make sure they're 23 years old and never had a day of stress in their life. Their whole job is to influence, right? Day in, day out, all they do is get up and influence. That's their complete job. Make sure they've never had any stress. Add to this a resume that includes training
Yeah, that's smart. Don't stress yourself. That's the whole point. So you don't age like a bitch.
absolutely no one in real life because we don't need that practical experience like we have in the massive iron world, right? We just want to train no one and just spew advice on this box called YouTube or Instagram, and then finalize this hot mess by adopting his or her training style because it makes sense to them.
No,
And here are a few bonus.
I don't have a training style. I just do what is going to get me to my destination, my goal. You understand me? I don't know what your goal is. To be a lifting slave? To slave yourself to something and pretend that you're building muscle, doing something that will never build you muscle. So people want to lift a heavy weight believing that a strong guy at concentric is going to get them a bigger, and they're chasing it, and then people are going to tell them, don't worry, it'll take you 8 years, 10 years to build those muscles, 20 years to build those muscles, when in fact to build muscle is a very short window. Success is a very short window. If you want to build muscle, what builds muscle? Eccentric exercise. Eccentric exercise is what builds muscle. It's kind of obvious. Tells you that everywhere in science. Never says anything about concentric. They never even talk about concentric much because it's shit. It's based on endurance. That's what it is. And so, yeah, I mean, it's a short window. You build your muscle quickly, you get big, you get strong, and then that's it. You don't stay there 20 years later doing the exact same thing, thinking that a different outcome is going to shoot. But there's a lot of people like that out there in the gym, bro. They have imprisoned themselves like Blaha.
Extras if you want to completely destroy your progress in 2000.
Look, here's the thing. If their training was so good, why do they have to take steroids? If Brian Shaw's training so good, why does he have to take steroids? If Mike Israetel, his periodization, Renaissance periodization programs are so good, why does he have to take steroids? Why can't he even get his pro card? Because his training sucks. It's shit. Here's another thing. All these other influencers, Alex Eubanks, why does he have to take steroids? Why do any of these influencers have to take steroids if their training is so good? Want to know why? Because it's garbage. It's shit. It's bullshit.
25. Don't track your workouts, just guess. It's fun. It's kind of like making up your own adventure as you go along. Every day you enter the gym. What did I do last time? I don't know. Who cares? We're going to have fun because it's 2025 and we don't need to plan. We're better than that. We're smarter than.
Yeah, they want to have fun in the gym, some people. I see young people coming to the gym. It's just a meeting place. They meet, they work out, they talk, they hang out, basically. It's just a hangout.
That. Number 2, forget sleep. We have video game or screen scrolling PRs to hit. We have shit to do. We're not going to worry about consistent sleep. Next, drink alcohol relentlessly. You can be really, really structured for 4 to 5 days a week, but when Friday comes, let's get busy. Let's start slamming the beers. Let's start doing shots. Let's destroy the weekend. Back that up with crappy weekend nutrition. Sounds like a really good plan to me. And also, lastly, don't forget no fap. No fap at all because.
Yeah, no fap. That's it. That's all you want. This is crazy. If you find a chick, man, she's going to raise your testosterone. If you have a hot woman near you, they're going to raise your testosterone. Testosterone is a youth drug, too. That's another thing. Testosterone is a youth drug. They're going to raise your testosterone. Find a hot chick, dude. Never mind this no fap stuff. Don't listen to Brian Shaw. Brian Shaw is aging. His face is bloated. He's domesticated himself. He's fat. He's fat. He's old. And he takes drugs to lift a heavy weight because he's weak. I'll see you in the next one, friends. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. See you in the next video.